Hello, dear friends. Today we are again back with our new case number 11 on our clinical case discussion Triple C channel for you guys. This is the case especially for USME pleb and next related exams. And without any further delay, let's move on to the case. And this is our today's case. Discuss the case and share your answer in the comment box, and we will discuss in the next slide. Okay, so 23-year-old man present with a 3-month history of tremor affecting his left arm. He had suffered from depressive psychosis for 10 years, for which he had received intermittent chlorpromazine and amitriptyline, but he not taken any therapy for last month. Okay, he described that his two brothers also had tremors. On examination, he had a resting tremor on his left hand, his cogwheel rigidity on that arm. He had a mild bradykinesia. And what is the most likely diagnosis? So write your answer in the comment box and evaluate the important point. This case, depressive psychosis for 10 years, and he had taken chlorpromazine and amitriptyline antipsychosis drug. Okay, suggestive of cogwheel rigidity on his left arm and bradykinesia. This is the feature, looks like Parkinsonism, and option is the benign essential tremor, drug-induced Parkinsonism, idiopathic Parkinsonism, multiple system atrophy, or Wilson disease. So here is the answer for this. The correct answer is the C, idiopathic Parkinsonism. The most likely diagnosis is idiopathic Parkinsonism due to fact that symptoms and signs are present only on right side. Okay, remember guys, neuroleptic induced Parkinsonism is usually bilateral and symmetrical. Essential tremors do not cause rest tremor. It usually causes bilateral postural action tremors. And here is the mention that cogwheel rigidity and bradykinesia is the mild and present only in the left arm. So this is the localized and suggestive of idiopathic Parkinsonism, and there is no treatment of any anticholinergic drugs which induce the drug-induced Parkinsonism. So this option is also correct, and the essential tremor does not cause rest tremor. Okay, and it is usually bilateral postural and action tremors. Okay guys, today we are again back with two cases for you guys, and this is our first case. The answer for this case is idiopathic Parkinson disease. Remember guys. Okay, so move on to the second case. This is our today's second case. A 32-year-old woman who is on the combined OCP and who is smoker present with a history of pain, swelling in her right calf starting 2 days earlier. On the morning of admission, she developed sudden onset of weakness on her right side. Okay, on examination, she has hemiplegia, weakness of her right hand, and upper motor neuron signs present. There is evidence of deep vein thrombosis of her left calf. What is the most likely diagnosis? Barrierism, cerebral tumor with hypercoagulation state, hemorrhagic stroke, paradoxical embolism, or pulmonary embolism. This is the option. Write your answer in the comment box and let's evaluate the important four. A 32-year-old woman taking OCP and she is a smoker and present with a pain and swelling in her right calf. Okay, sudden onset of weakness on her right side. On examination, she has hemiplegia with weakness of her right hand and upper motor neuron lesions. Okay, and there is evidence of deep vein thrombosis of her left calf. What is the most likely diagnosis? And this is our today's second case answer. The most correct diagnosis for this case is D. Why D? Paradoxical embolism. So here is the perfect explanation for this question. This patient has history suggestive deep vein thrombosis, which calf pain and swelling and the risk of combined OCP. She develops pleuritic pain suggestive of embolization. Okay, and deep vein thrombosis is commonly associated with pulmonary embolisms. The sudden onset of right-sided hemiplegia suggestive of embolus passing through the heart has paradoxical cross-wire atrial septal defect or ventricular septal defect, the systemic side of circulation giving rise the embolic cardiovascular stroke. Okay, so paradoxical embolisms from the deep vein thrombosis, it goes to the right side, and right side from it goes to pulmonary circulation and block the pulmonary circulation and develop the pleuritic pain. And patient also taking the OCP, which is exaggerate the response of pulmonary embolisms, and 32-year-old male, and which is smoker and also taking OCPs. Okay, and already present sign of deep vein thrombosis suggestive of paradoxical embolism. Okay, so this is the correct answer for D. So this is our today's case discussion for this channel. Like, share and subscribe our channel for regular case discussion. If you have any query, type in the comment box. We will try to update. Okay, so thank you so much guys. Stay tuned and keep learning.